just like that, the weekend is gone. It always ends faster than you think. But I guess time flies when you're having fun. Isn't that what they say? It's now Sunday evening, about 6 o'clock, and I'm heading out of Tromsø. Let's see if we can find the way, first of all. I've had a great time with my boyfriend. We've done all the touristy things. Went back to Sommarøy to swim in the ocean. We went up the mountain elevator, what it's called, the sky lift thing, with a view over Tromsø. Ate a lot of good food, drank good beer, all the good stuff. Now it's back to the road, and the plan for this evening, since it's already pretty late, it's to have about a 2-hour ride, 1.5, 2-hour ride to go to Skibotn, where I will be camping. So let's head there.
Taking a break for a few days in the middle of my trip is usually much needed just to recharge a bit. While some seem to be able to travel for months and even years without much of a break, I find myself in need to catch my breath every once in a while. It's always a peculiar transition to burst your own travel bubble and re-enter the world of ordinary tourist activities as a pedestrian, but this always turns out to add something extra to my trips. Also, getting back into your travel bubble afterwards is a swift process, especially when diving straight into fantastic surroundings like the ones I find myself in now.
Whoop! There we go. Are we live? Yes, we are. I'm quickly stopping because the rain is kind of increasing, so I want to unplug my microphone so that my action camera doesn't get wet and nasty. And I also would like to put on my heated jacket. I have a heated jacket that I've been using for over a year now, and it was a game changer, I swear to God. And some of you might say, like, if you have all these things, like even a fucking heated jacket, why don't you ride a car instead? And you can have that opinion, that's fine. I'll be over here, nice and warm and comfortable on my bike in 10 degrees Celsius. Celsius? Anyway, I'll be over here, nice and warm in 10 degrees. Alright guys, it's time to wrap up this day as well. Something on the camera lens there. Let's take a look at the map where I am right now. So I have arrived at the camping. That's in hold on. That's in Skibotn, right here. This is where Tromsø is at. That's where I spent these nights. And I backtracked this way, and now I am right here in Skibotn. I'm gonna continue into Finland and Sweden tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to take out that map that I bought. That's like 5 times the size of this one, and that's gonna be a challenge, but it's okay. We're gonna make that work as well. So the plan for tomorrow is I'm gonna follow this road right here that kind of crosses in. I think it's right on like the Finnish border, mostly. All the way down here somewhere. It's kind of hard to see on this map, but yeah, I'll probably be in Finland actually tomorrow night, and then cross into Sweden again the day after, and that's where I think we're gonna start the Trans-Euro Trail pretty much right away. I don't really know the condition of the roads up there. I'm honestly quite nervous. If you don't know, I'm quite the rookie still to gravel. Last season was the first time I did some proper gravel roading. It's all been pretty easy roads. Even in Iceland, I didn't choose any of the hard roads to ride. So this is going to be a learning curve as well, like it is with everything else. But yeah, I'm excited to do something else in asphalt. Probably we're pretty much done now, I guess, with the coastline and the mountains there and all those kind of views. So from now it's going to be a lot of forests and wide open spaces. It's enough blabbering for now. I've been sitting here just uploading files from my iPhone and from my action cameras and stuff to my hard drive and to my SSD hard disk thingy, just to make sure I'm all backed up. I don't want to lose anything. I do it like, I don't know, once a week maybe. But yeah, that's the plan for today. It's about 10 degrees outside, a little bit rainy. Tomorrow's supposed to be better, so I'm pretty ready for bed at the moment. It's about midnight, so yeah, I think I'll call it a day right now. Bye! Sun again. How about that? It is quite windy though, but that's all right. It's right now. Hold on. We are on day, I think it's 29. Is it day 29? I think, of this trip through Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and now also Finland, because we're doing a short stretch in Finland today. It is the 3rd of July. It is 16 degrees, and I'm right now in Skibotn in Troms og Finnmark, northern Norway. Anything left behind? I don't think so. The plan for today is to cross into Finland and start making our way a little bit south and into the country, actually. Oh, wind. But yeah, that's the plan for today. So let's just see where we end up, shall we? So this is the road we're taking afterwards, after I just filled my tank, to Kilpisjärvi, road number E8. It takes you along the border between the northern border of Sweden and Finland, down all the way to the coast. I'm gonna miss mountains though, because this is pretty much the end of coast and mountains for a long time. There's going to be a lot of forest, I believe. I have no idea what's waiting today. I've never been to Finland before, but I just heard that it's a lot of forests and wide open areas, and I'm sure it has its charm on its own. Alright, that was 11.5 liters, 254 kronas, 25 euros. Spicy. Border to Finland. I have to stop and take a picture because I've never been to Finland before. Look at that. That wasn't in my plan when I started this trip. That's pretty cool. You know what? I'm gonna place a sticker there. Alright, let's place our sticker here. Oh, another biker. Several of them actually. Who the fuck is that? Oh, that's cool. Alright, I guess mine goes down here. Oh yeah. Saying that there was coffee nearby, and I want coffee. Here! Coffee! Oh, I hope it's open. That's too far down for the size 10. On that rock, come on. Yeah, that's fine. Take a look at how far this road stretches, really, because I've been riding straight forward for ages and I just want to see it from the air. clouds on these wide open stretches are actually quite cool. Like they just hang in there. You can see them so far. It's quite beautiful actually. I don't know how well the camera catches it, but super nice. So I made a quick stop here because I noticed that, by the way, there's the border to Sweden. It's like really right across a small river there. Anyway, I noticed that my the image on my GoPro, this one, looked so cropped. And I was like, why is it not on ultra wide anymore? Because I have this one on ultra wide and this one on wide, and I usually film in 4K on this one and 2K on that one, and 25 picture, or the frame rate is set to 25, and that also looked like it had changed. And I remember a couple days ago I updated the firmware on the cameras, and it must have reset everything back to the stock settings, I guess, which is 1080 pixels and not 4K, and 30 frames per second, and just the wide zoom, or what you call it. So that was kind of annoying. I've been filming for days with the wrong settings. Hopefully that won't affect the footage too much, but oh well, shit happens. I'm sitting here just taking a break from the highway in the woods. There's finally a little lake opening right here. I'm right now about, I think, 20 minutes away from where I'm going to camp tonight. And I just also realized that there's been a time change for 1 hour. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna stop somewhere, and because there's a gas station coming up here, and I know there's gonna be a while for the next one, so I'll stop and fuel up and find some food, and then we'll head straight for the camping. I think that's the plan for now. I just had to show you, what in the world is this? What is this creation? With the motor and everything. What? That's pretty cool. It's almost as cool as my bike. Here we are. This is the little village of Muonio or something. I'm probably slaughtering the name. It's always interesting to arrive at new grocery stores in the countries to see like what they have. K-Market. Muonio. Alright, we got some cheese, we got some ham, we got some buns, and we got a little dinner something. No, I need a beer. Now we will find fuel. There we go. Gasoline, pretty much same price. That's in Norway. Alright, now let's go to the camping. I guess I'm crossing into Sweden now. Huh. I didn't know that. That was a short stay in Finland. Because I don't think I'm going back there, to that side of the border. Not sure. But yeah, this is the river that separates Sweden and Finland. Hello, Sweden. Here we are. What a lovely spot. So I was allowed to use this cabin right here for a kitchen, and I can charge my computer and stuff there, and then I can pitch my tent whatever I want. So let's just be a little bit sensible. The sun will probably rise somewhere around there, so perhaps it's better to put my tent on this side. I think is a good idea. 20 degrees, you guys. Another summer day. And we're even still recording. How about that? So the bugs are already swarming around me, so I might as well try to avoid them from the get-go. I got some like clothing treatment that I can also use on my tent, for example, which I'm going to use now. It's a permethrin to use on clothes and textiles and that kind of stuff to try to have the mosquitoes and stuff like that go away. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my tent. And then I usually also take my hat. I put some on my, oh, it stinks. Like that. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, it's time to take a look at the map of where I've been riding today. And today, since I crossed into both Finland and Sweden, I can't use my little tiny sweet Norwegian map anymore. I got to bring out the big guns. This is the it's so big. It's flippin' enormous. I can already tell that this is going to annoy me quite a bit. Folding this thing in and out in evenings, but it's fine. Well, I'm sure as I get going and get used to it, it will be all right. So let me show you. Now it's the positive thing. It's going to look like I rode really far because I've drawn like a meter of line on the map. But anyway, so let's see. Up here is where I slept last night, Skibotn. In Norway. North Cape is like up here, so it's not very far from the top. And then I followed road number E8 all the way around, like along the Swedish side and Finnish side. This is where I crossed into Finland. And then I rode all the way down to here to Muonio or something. And then I crossed again over back into Sweden. So I'm just on the other side of the border in Sweden from Finland. And that's night number 30, I guess. So that's the little stretch of Finland that I'll be doing this time. Haven't been to Finland before, so I'm sure sometime I'll be happy to go back and explore more of that country as well, but that's not for this time. So the plan for tomorrow, the Trans-Euro Trail actually starts pretty much here in Sweden and goes all the way down south. So I think I'm gonna head to the beginning of the Trans-Euro Trail and begin that route. I don't really know. I think I'm gonna be heading in and out of it as I go. There's places I want to see and make detours here and there. So I won't be strictly following just the Trans-Euro Trail. I'll be making some detours here and there as we go. Anyway, that's it for today. It's been a long day and a short day at the same time. Good to have the sun back again. I can't complain about the weather at all, like I've said probably a billion times right now. But yeah, I'm pretty ready for bed. Super tired, actually. Don't really know why. It's riding the highways, it's draining, isn't it? It's
so little mentally stimulating. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all, actually. It's fine for a little while, but then I get bored so easily, like I'm sure many of you can relate to. So yeah, that's it for today, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.